Hey, and welcome to the 5th map of Heretic's 2nd episode. This is the Catacombs. We're going to drop down here and grab the Dragon Claw. It'll make things a bit easier as we move through this opening section. As we move around, we're going to wake up a bunch of gargoyles. There are some weird dragons up top as well that will be taking aim at us. We can grab the yellow key here pretty easily. There's the weird dragon I was talking about. And here come the gargoyles. I'm going to quickly go down here and grab the energy orb. That'll give me a lot more ammo for this. It's easy to get overwhelmed from this opening section. There's a lot of different enemy types that appear. I've just hit that switch there because I'm hoping to draw one of the weird dragons out. There's a secret compartment behind that river there, and obviously want to take care of that. As you can see, a lot of gargoyles here. Oh, hello. Should have paid more attention there. Would have seen him pop out quicker. Got to be careful here. You can't really tell, but there's a big current in the water there, and it's very good at pulling you back. This level makes heavy use of the currents in the water, and it does make some sections a bit difficult. We've got the gauntlets here. Not really worth it in my opinion. The gauntlets are pretty much a weapon of last resort, and unless you have the Tome of Power, they're pretty useless in my opinion. Head back up the steps here. There we go. I was wondering where the second one ended up. There's usually two inside that chamber. As we head down the waterfall here, you can see more gargoyles waiting for us down here. The yellow door is just to the left there. You can see that one was just flying overhead there. Have to be careful as we head into the yellow door here. In the center there's a weird dragon. There's also one to the right hand side behind a window. The problem with this area is that we do need to drop down into the lava if we want to get what is probably the best item in this area. Just checking. I think I picked up the healing flask. Doesn't really matter. Grab the arrows there. I'm going to have to move very quickly here after hitting that switch. And no, you can't just run to the center there. It's positioned in such a way that it's just out of reach, even if you use the diagonal running. There is a ring of invincibility here. Going to have to make use of that if I want to survive this next bit here. You can see there's a secret cavern here. And in the middle of it there is a hell staff. That is the main reason I wanted to come down here. The hell staff is incredibly useful in dealing with hordes of enemies, so definitely worth grabbing that. I have to make use of the invulnerability ring here. This is not a nice area to fight in because that river there basically means I'm being pushed to the left hand side constantly, so if I step too far back I can lose my bearings very quickly. You can see though how the hell staff really is the weapon of choice against these guys in a cluster. There is a hidden wall there, but we can't actually access that right now. The blue key is in the center of the yellow room there, but we can't get it quite yet. We're gonna have to go the long way around. This is a little trap. It's not too bad as long as you know what to expect. The walls drop down and there's a bunch of enemies around the outside. If there was more difficult enemies here, this would be a bit more of a nightmare. Luckily, just gargoyles and, well, I call them slicers, but, you know, they're all here doing what they need to do, getting in the way and making me waste my ammo. Unfortunately, down here, there is an iron lynch, and These are never nice to deal with. But even worse in a room like this, where the tornado ability has plenty of room to sort of catch up and get behind me. I can still hear that tornado following me. Really, it's still following me. Again, the currents are pulling me in this water here. That's what made this a bit more of a challenging proposition to deal with. You have to head up these steps here. Luckily, we've got ourselves a Tome of Power here, so I don't have to fret too much taking on these enemies. As we head into this room here, there's a bunch of gargoyles hanging out in the corner here. There's also some disciples up top in that window. You can see the lift there to my right is going up and down. The entry point for it is that line dev there. As we enter the room, we've got the green key. I'll use the torch here, just so I can see what's going on down there. There is a door there, but we can't access it from this side. We have to go the long way around. Grab the Mystic Urn. This brings us out to the lava pits that we were running through earlier on. We are heading towards the end of the level here. This room can be pretty nasty if you're not paying attention. There are two weird dragons at the back of the room, but because we're invisible, they're just sort of shooting all around. Learn to aim, guys. If we come out here, we head into the center where the blue key is. And we're pretty much heading towards the end of a level here. You want to jump over here to mark this secret off. This is marked as a secret area, so good idea to run over there if you want to get all the secrets. Now I know there's a secret around here behind one of these walls. There we go. As soon as we grab that, yes, all of these will open up. If you accidentally trigger that earlier on when all the enemies are still alive in the room, it can be an absolute pain to deal with. The difficulty in this level really comes from the current in the water. Being pulled from left to right and right to left is not a nice feeling when you're trying to focus on the enemies. There's a secret here. We get the Phoenix Rod pretty late in the level here, but we can make use of it out here. I don't think I've shown off the alternate fire for the Phoenix Fire. It is a continuous stream of, well, fire basically. It is pretty fun to use, but it can be pretty counterintuitive at points because you are pretty much open to being hit from behind and the sides. It's kind of like the chainsaw in Doom, except a lot more powerful. That's probably the best comparison I can come up with on the spot. Checking quickly to see I've not missed any secrets. There is one down here that I forgot about, so it's a good thing I looked at the map. If you hit this switch, it does reveal all of these teleports. They take you back to the start of a level. But you can see up here, there's actually a secret area as we head through here. Thank you. Don't want to see you today. I'm just going to make sure I land on that floor, but this is the other side of that door I mentioned earlier on. Heretic can be a bit weird with secrets. Sometimes it wants you to actually touch the floor in some rooms to mark the secret off, so I'm just making sure I actually land on the floor there. We are pretty much done with this level though. There is a secret passage that you can access from the other side there, but it's not really worth it in my opinion. We'll take down these last few enemies, make good use of the Phoenix Rod here, and that's pretty much the end of the level. The Catacombs is a fun one, it's very challenging, and like I said, its gimmick is definitely the currents in the water. You do need to kind of adapt in each of the rooms to that situation. It's not that difficult though. I think that once you kind of understand what the level's trying to do, it's not too difficult to work your way through all the encounters. But I do like this one. It's very fun, very challenging. Let me know what you thought of it. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Let me know in the comments, and thank you so much for watching.